Hello everyone and welcome back to The Shank is Intact. My name is Patrick and this is episode 2 of History After the Dig. So, in the last episode of History After the Dig, we discussed how I found something metal detecting, got it home, cleaned it up, and realized it was something else. And well, just this past weekend, I was at Liberty Hall's annual dig out in Culpeper, Virginia, and I found this item. And I found this item before lunch, and at lunch I was showing a few people, and we were joking that it was just, probably nothing, and, maybe there's something engraved on it. We thought we could see someone's name, maybe. We were thinking it was the end of a belt, and maybe someone had marked it. Maybe Civil War, but maybe older, maybe not. Then we just I put it away, didn't want to get it damaged, get it home. Fast forward a couple days, I start cleaning it up, and I think the guy's name that's engraved in it is Roy A. And boy, was I wrong. So a friend of mine on Facebook, Marcus Lee Masters, he was able to determine immediately that this very artifact was actually from the Revolutionary War and was a brass strap end off of a artillery pouch. So, and it says right on it, as you can see, I'll throw up this picture, you can see it is engraved Royal Artillery. This next picture I'll show you is from the Charleston collection, where you can see the entire bag, the entire pouch that the artillery guy would have worn. And it would have had 9 rounds of ammunition in it for his rifle. But at that point, if he was switching to his rifle from manning the cannon, it was probably looking pretty grim for him at this point. Well, and also then I realized, wait a minute. Well, if that's not a name and it says Royal Artillery right on it, well, that's got to mean that, this really is Revolutionary War. So I am immediately trying to look up online, what battle or what happened nearby. And then it all clicks. Liberty Hall was built in 1710 by Robert Greene, the father of John Greene. John Greene was actually one of the first Minutemen from Culpeper during the Revolutionary War, and he was captain of the 1st Virginia at the beginning of the Revolutionary War. By the end of the Revolutionary War, he had seen many battles and was now a colonel of the 10th Virginia Regiment. Amazing history there. So, I would like to think that that's the connection to Liberty Hall and how it got there, is that John brought it home as perhaps a war trophy and even used it, or his kids used it, or someone used it around the farm, and then a piece of it got, ripped off, as any time it would, things would get ripped off of the leather. That's just amazing to me. So, a little history of John. John was actually buried on the property in the late 1700s when he passed away. But then in 1911, descendants of his family decided that they wanted to move him to the Arlington National Cemetery, where he today is still the oldest buried person there. And I think in sometime in the 1930s, he was moved again to a different section that they had built to honor people from the Revolutionary War. So that's pretty great. And we'll throw up a couple of pictures of that, and you can see, you can see that John's headstone, and you can go visit him there. So, man, I just still can't believe that I was able to find my first piece. That was my very first piece, going on my 4th year now of metal detecting, and that's my first piece of Revolutionary War history. And to think, what it probably saw, or what it went through, and how it got back to Culpeper, Virginia, it's just amazing. And so I really thank you guys for joining me on the 2nd episode of History After the Dig. Make sure that when you find something and you're not sure what it is, don't throw it away. Don't discard it. Get home and carefully clean it up and look over everything very carefully, because who knows when you'll make your next amazing discovery and figure out the history after the dig.